Hey guys, welcome back to Dabbles in DIY. I'm just jumping in here very quickly before we get into the meat of the content. Just to give you a quick disclaimer, you are going to notice that on this video, there is a Wondershare Filmora watermark that is very persistent throughout the video, and I just wanted to explain why, and just to make sure you guys don't think your girl is slipping or something. There is a reason, there's a method to the madness. So ever since I started this channel and a few of my other channels, I've always used Wondershare Filmora to edit my videos, but I want to move to Final Cut Pro because I just generally prefer it, and I think there's more resources for it. Now here's the problem with Wondershare. When you sign up for Wondershare, you can only pay for a year. You cannot pay for a month, right? And so last year, around the time of my last video, like the last video that I published, my actual subscription was about to run out on Wondershare Filmora. And so while I was editing this video, it expired, and the only option I had was to A, either renew, or B, just go with the watermark because I don't want to keep using it. And I just think it's unfair that you only get a year subscription because, this is like things like content creation and things like that. It's got many moving parts, and sometimes maybe you want to control the costs or you want to change something. And so for me to be locked into a year-long subscription just did not make sense to me. And so I just thought to myself, I'm just going to go with the watermark. I do hope that this doesn't take away from your viewing experience today. It's just a temporary thing, I promise. We will be back to, buttery smooth content very soon. And so I hope this doesn't ruin your viewing experience, but I just wanted to give you guys a little disclaimer as to why this has happened. And well, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Bye.
At home is the home of overpriced but beautiful items. Case in point, this beautiful side table. Like, look at it. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. It's everything. But it's 3,000 Rand. So, you know what? I love this thing, but I don't love it enough to buy it. So in this video, I will be attempting to recreate this piece. And let's see if I can dupe it. Let's take a closer look. This table comes in 3 parts. The marble base, the metal rod or support, and obviously the tabletop. If you really think about it, it's quite simple. So, can we dupe this? Yeah! Here's what you'll need, starting with the base. Some sort of concrete, preferably fast drying. Some sort of tall cylindrical container which will serve as a mold for the base. Contact paper in a marble print. A gold tray. I am using this one that I found on AliExpress, which measures 30 centimeters. And some sort of pipe which will serve as a rod. You can also use copper pipes for this step. So first we have to spray paint the pipe. I'm starting with the primer just to make sure that the metallic spray paint goes on well, because that can be a bit of a problem. I did the gold part off camera. I didn't realize that I didn't record it. But now I'm basically measuring how much concrete I would need. And here I've marked out where I'm going to pour the concrete up to. And I mean, it's really simple. We're just pouring it in. Now that we've filled it up to where it needs to be, I now have to put the pipe in. This is a tricky part because not only do you have to make sure that it's in the middle of the mold, of the cylinder, but I also have to make sure it's straight because I did a prototype of this and that prototype did not turn out well because it wasn't in the middle and then the pipe wasn't straight. So it took me a bit of time to finesse this, and it's okay. You can take it out and put it back in until you're sure. I even went and got a damn spirit level to try and actually get this straight, and I think maybe it was a bit extra, but I'm happy that I took that extra step because I was 100% sure that this thing was gonna be straight, because the last thing you want is for this to dry and then you're like, oh crap, oh no, it's not straight, because then it's too late to fix it.
1 hour later.
Okay, so now our concrete is dry and I'm just gonna neaten up and cut off the edges and the bits we don't need anymore. And now I'm just cutting the pipe down to the size that I need it to be using this nifty little pipe cutter. I really love this gadget. Like, you just like twist it around so that it scores the pipe, and then you twist it and tighten it until it's able to cut, you know, the pipe. It was plastic, so the last step required me to actually just pop it off myself, but if you're using metal, it'll just kind of come off on its own. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the contact paper. I found this marble print contact paper on Amazon, and I'm just preparing it to be able to stick onto the cylinder. Using leftover contact paper, I'm just going to trace the cylinder's shape. And then I'm going to also use the pipe and just place it in the middle and also trace that shape so that I can cut it out and make a hole and then place it on top in order to finish the base. Now it's time to attach the tabletop to the rest of the table. I bought this light bulb connector. I think you can get it at any hardware store. And basically, we're going to stick that to the middle of the bottom of the gold tray, but the problem is it's going to be a bit loose. But here what I'm doing is just flattening the connector so that the curvature attaches. Then what I'm doing to the pole or to this rod is to just wrap the top of it with mounting tape so that it can actually hold the light bulb connector, because if not, it's just going to be loose. And then now I'm coming in with the top and the bulb connector, and I'm just trying to connect this. Because this is sticky, it's going to be hard to really get it in there. So it's a combination of applying pressure and also using a rubber mallet to actually just get it into place. So just to beat it into place gently, which is what I'm doing here. And that about does it, and our table is ready. So, how do you think my version compares to the original? And is this something that you would try for yourself? I enjoyed making this, and I definitely want to try it again with all the lessons that I learned from this project. But with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!